and folk won't follow me like they ought to. But I put the curse on them, but I put it in hope. Because if they will look to me, then this that they're under now will not be their permanent place. Oh, I feel it here. I did not put them in vanity with hopelessness, but I put them in the circumstance with hope, because I had to curse man when he sinned. One writer said, God, not Adam or Satan. It was God who did it. It was not Adam or the devil. And Paul does not use the grammatical form which would express the direct agency of God by him who hath subjected, but that which makes God's will the occasion rather than the worker or on account of him. I really don't want to do this, but I have to do it. I really don't want to put you through this, but I have to put you through. But I've got you in this bad marriage with hope. I've got you with this physical condition with hope. I've got you in a job you don't want to go to, but I left you with hope that you can always get through this job. I've got you among some folk you don't want to be with, but I got you there with hope. Because if I allow the circumstance to be overwhelming, it will intensify your power to look to me, so that when I bring you out, you will have a praise you couldn't have had if you hadn't been through something horrific. Oh, I feel something happening in here. There's somebody in this house God is talking to that's been trying to get through what's in front of you, and God said, I'm going to bring you out, and all I need you to do is keep on looking for it. When you get up in the morning and look for it, just another day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad therein. The devil is a liar. I will lay my hands on my own head and declare healing in the name of Jesus. Can I preach it like I feel it? The supreme will of God is thus removed to a wider distance from corruption and vanity. Because what God says is, you can't hold me hostage, because I can always look to the future, and I always have somebody in the midst of a great pain who can look to the future. So Satan, even though you foiled my creation and caused me to have to curse it, I will put hope in the middle of the curse. Oh, what a mighty God of grace. No matter what I'm going through, he's got hope in the middle of it. I haven't changed your circumstance yet, but I got hope in the middle of your circumstance, which means even though it hasn't been changed yet, I still can get some praise out of you, because it is not hopeless. Shake somebody's hand and say, I will live and I shall not die. I'm going through a rough time in here, but it's not hopeless. The enemy's fighting me on all sides, but it's not hopeless. The devil's trying to blow my mind, but I'm not hopeless, because God has injected some hope in the middle of my circumstance. I wish I had the strength to preach it. The hope here is literally upon the basis of hope, and he leads me now to verse 21. Y'all sit down. I'm going to work a little bit here, because he says, and it should be translated that the creation was subjected in hope, that also the creation itself will be liberated from the bondage of corruption into the liberty of the glory of the children of God. The hope is that the subjected, not the subjector. So nature possesses infilling in the midst of unmerited suffering a sort of presentment of her future deliverance. times. I'm suffering here, but I know my future is bright. And the liberty then is that of the glory of God. It is the one element of glorious state. So what's happening now is that the children of God, that's you and I, represent what God is getting ready to do. So the whole universe is looking at you and I. Every demonic power, every angelic being, every animal in the universe is looking at you and I, because what they're saying is, here is a group that call themselves the children of God, and if anybody ought to have an upbeat attitude, it ought to be a child of God. Come on, Patrick, I ain't got much strength. Anybody sitting around you who declares they're a child of God, they ought to be somebody who's looking for a breakthrough, looking for a way out, because as sure as I'm a child of God, a way has got to be made, because the God I serve is going to make a way for me. I feel like preaching in here. Shake somebody then like you won't shut it off and say, neighbor, he's got to make a way for me. My bills are piling up, but I'm not hopeless. He's got to make a way for me. I'm sick in my body, but I'm not hopeless. He's got to make a way for me. The demons are watching. The angels are watching. My enemies are watching. And everybody's short talking. But I'm sitting in the midst of it with my head lifted up and a praise on my lips. Because he's got to make a way for me. That will not stop here. Give somebody a high five. Say it ain't over yet. He's got to make a way for me. It ain't done yet. He's got to make a way for me. And I'll praise him until he breaks the yoke. I'll praise him until he sets me free. I'm not going to have my way. Let the devil go where he needs to go. Give somebody a high five. Say the Lord will make a way for me. I'm looking for it. I'm anticipating it. I'm expecting it. When I got up this morning, I told the devil, this is my day that God made for me, and I will give him the praise and the glory. Shake somebody's hand. Say, I'm still looking to be a millionaire. I'm still looking to be blessed going in and coming out. I'm still looking to sign the contract. I'm still looking for a new house. I'm still looking to be healed, set free and delivered. I'm still looking for the right man, the right woman. I'm still looking for God to raise something up that's going to bless me. Give somebody a high five. Say, don't stop looking. Don't stop looking. Are you still looking for it? Shake somebody's hand. Say, don't give up on it. It's still to come. It's ready to come. Don't give up. Don't turn around. Hold on. I feel the Holy Ghost. Touch somebody. Say, I ain't got it yet, but I'll soon get it. Because God promised it, and it's on the way. Not yet, but